Kill her, Mommy. Kill her.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 evil parents in horror movies.
You know what makes me sick? I'm sick to death of people saying that it's all the parents' fault. It all starts with the family.
For this list, we'll be looking at particularly unfit parents in horror films. Fair warning, some of these entries contain spoilers. Who's your favourite horror movie parent? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Norma Bates, Psycho franchise. In the original film, it wasn't abundantly clear what the past relationship between Norman and his mother was while she was alive. However, through sequels and a TV show, more information was revealed. Norman's mother, Norma, was herself a victim of a troubled childhood. Her bad upbringing unfortunately led her to mistreat her son, continuously put him in inappropriate situations, and harshly punish him for any lewd thoughts. Instead of driving her son away, Norma's behaviour resulted in the mother and son becoming very close.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Norman even believed his only friend in the world was his mother. However, he eventually took his mother's life and mimicked her personality. It's safe to say Norma Bates never merited a Mother of the Year coffee mug. Number 9, William and Catherine, The Witch. After being forced to leave their original village, William and Catherine moved their children into a forest home. But the new home proves to be quite problematic, when a witch from the woods begins to curse the family with her misdeeds.
You cannot bring the crops yield. You cannot hunt. Is that truth enough?
Enough.
Thou canst do nothing save cut wood.
Faith!
You will not hear me!
William accuses his own daughter, Thomasin, of witchcraft and threatens her with a trial. Additionally, Catherine accuses her daughter when her son Caleb goes missing after a trek into the woods with his sister. And to top it all off, William seals his children inside a barn with a demonic goat at one point.
If that old Billy be the devil, I'd have danced with him myself. I'll break the out upon the door, and we'll set back to the plantation. Think on thy sins.
We understand that he and his family were put into a bad situation. However, we still feel William and Catherine could have been much better parents throughout the ordeal.
Get away from them! Get me gone!
Number 8, Drayton Sawyer, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
There's no need to do that. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Although the lore surrounding this franchise can get hard to understand, there's one version of the timeline where Drayton Sawyer is the patriarch of one horrific Texas family. He lives with his relatives in an isolated house. Not only is the family highly dysfunctional, but they like to munch on anyone unlucky enough to end up in their neck of the woods.
Look, I got some good barbecue here. Why don't you fellas stick around here a while?
Drayton is basically the family cook, and even becomes a chili contest winner in the second film.
You've got to tell the secret of that fabulously tasty chili.
No secret, it's the meat. Don't skimp on the meat. I got a real good eye for prime meat. Runs in the family.
His dietary choices and unhinged violence haven't exactly set the best example for his family members. And even if he were more fatherly, it would still be disturbing to see Drayton playing catch with Leatherface in the backyard.
Sex or the saw? Sex is, well, nobody knows. But the saw is family.
Number 7, Ellen Taper Lee, Hereditary. Have you ever wondered if your parents were harbouring some secrets? In Hereditary, Annie discovers something particularly heinous about her mother, Ellen. Turns out that her mum was a cult leader who tried to summon a demon into a male member of her family. When this failed, she guided it into her granddaughter, Charlie.
You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. She was going crazy.
She wanted me to be a boy.
Unfortunately, this decision leads to pure chaos after the young host dies in an accident. The family is tormented by nightmarish visions and suffers in various ways. Eventually, only her grandson, Peter Graham, is left alive, before he becomes possessed by Payman.
Hail, Payman! Hail!
Most people's grandmothers bake muffins and give hugs, but Ellen was all about handing a demon to anyone who was eligible. Number 6. Takeo Saiki, The Grudge. In every version of The Grudge, Takeo stands out as an unequivocally terrible father. This extremely jealous husband got extremely angry when he discovered his wife had feelings for his son's teacher. Instead of going down to the courthouse and getting divorce papers, Takeo decided to brutally take the life of his wife before he ends up dying via supernatural causes. What this heinous man ultimately does to his son Toshio depends on the version. While Takeo straight up abandons his offspring in some versions, in some stories the man takes more violent measures. The way this dad reacts to the mere possibility of his wife being unfaithful makes him grossly unfit to care for anyone. Number 5. Pamela Voorhees, Friday the 13th.
How are you? Well, I'm Mrs. Voorhees, an old friend of the Christies.
Everyone grieves in their own way. Some cry, some meditate, and some eliminate camp counselors in an attempt to avenge the deceased. Pamela Voorhees chose the third option after losing her son Jason. When she discovered he was born with a medical condition known as hydrocephalus, she decided to keep him by her side as much as she could. Pamela even brought him along when she got a job at summer camp. After failing to fit in, Jason wanted to improve his reputation among his peers by swimming. Unfortunately, he seemingly lost his life while the camp counselors were slacking off. Pamela's rage about this incident later led to her cruelly taking the lives of innocent counselors who had nothing to do with Jason.
Don't let her get away, Mommy. Don't let her live. I won't, Jason. I won't.
Number 4. Margaret White, Carrie.
Oh, Mrs. White.
How have you been, Mrs. Smith?
Fine.
And the doctor?
Fine.
And your daughter?
Sue is fine. Won't you come in, Mrs. White?
Oh, how kind of you.
In the 1976 classic horror film Carrie, we meet Carrie's mother, Margaret. The matriarch is a prude woman who constantly mistreats her daughter.
You're a woman now.
Why didn't you tell me, Mama?
Margaret mainly justified her actions by saying she was saving Carrie from a life of sin.
Say it!
I didn't sin, Mama!
First sin was intercourse. First sin was intercourse. First sin was intercourse.
Throughout the movie, the bad mum is seen getting angry at her daughter for normal bodily functions and forcing Carrie to stay in a closet. Margaret really goes overboard after she discovers her daughter has developed strong telekinetic abilities. At one point, the mum even attempts to take out her own daughter. This doesn't quite go as she planned.
Father, what name? Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Ultimately, the Mother of the Year award goes to not Margaret White. Number 3, Nancy Loomis, Scream 2.
Mrs. Loomis?
What?
Billy's mother! Nice twist, huh? Didn't see it coming, did you?
In Scream 2, we see the return of our old friend Ghostface. Taking a page from the book of Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Loomis has taken it upon herself to avenge her twisted son Billy's death. He was originally slain by his ex-girlfriend Sydney after he went on a violent killing spree and tried to take her out. Despite not being close to her son, Mrs. Loomis is so set on getting away with her revenge that she brings in an accomplice named Mickey to help her pull off the crimes.
My motive isn't as 90s as Mickey's. Mine is just good old-fashioned revenge. You killed my son. And now I kill you, and I can't think of anything more rational.
Eventually, she betrays him and tries to complete her scheme. Fortunately, the heroes are able to stop Loomis before she takes Sydney's life.
You don't know what it is to be a mother. To raise a child, and teach him, and guide him, and abandon him. Isn't Mickey supposed to be dead?
Number 2, Dean and Missy Armitage. Get Out.
So how long has this been going on, this thing? How long?
Any parents who encourage their kids to lure people into an unsuspecting trap definitely deserve to be kicked out of the PTA. In Get Out, Chris Washington meets his girlfriend Rose's parents, Dean and Missy Armitage. It doesn't take long for him to figure out that something isn't quite right about them.
Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
He later discovers the Armitage duo helps people who want to live longer or gain physical skills transfer their minds into the bodies of innocent victims. Before Dean and Missy try to fully bring Chris through the process, we see the horrifying results of their work on other people.
Get out. Sorry, man.
Okay.
Get out! Yo! Shoot, man. Get out! Get out!
The fact that the Armitage parents got their entire family in on their schemes makes them a truly despicable pair. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Vera Cosgrove, brain dead, aka dead alive. She's a terrible mother as a human and as a zombie.
Though deprived of his father at an early age, was blessed with an abundance of mother love.
Chucky and Tiffany, seed of Chucky. You don't want to go near this violent pair of dull parents.
Why do you kill?
Well, it's a hobby, really. It helps us relax.
Grace Stewart, the others. She seems nice until it's revealed what she did to her offspring.
Something about a pillow.
Is that how she killed you? With a pillow?
She didn't kill her.
The Robesons, the people under the stairs. Mummy and Daddy did too many terrible things to their offspring to name.
What did I do with the mommy?
It is time to clean house! Total spring cleaning.
The Mother, Goodnight Mummy. A frightening and deeply troubled mother you don't want to mess with.
Mama! Hey, Mama! Lass ihn!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Jack Torrance, The Shining.
Never do anything to hurt you. Never. You know that, don't you? Hmm?
Yes, Dad.
Even before Jack Torrance goes to the creepy Overlook Hotel, it's obvious he wasn't a great dad to begin with. He once harmed his own son after losing control of his drinking. Any hope that Jack will improve evaporates once he gets into the hotel.
What should be done with him?
I don't know.
I don't think that's true. I think you have some very definite ideas about what should be done with Danny.
After moving into the isolated mountain resort for the winter, Jack's behaviour worsens and he becomes more unhinged. He becomes so mentally unstable that he attempts to eliminate his own wife and son.
Danny! I'm coming!
Fortunately, they are able to get away from the twisted patriarch. Ultimately, Jack ends up dying alone and with his family thoroughly afraid of him. It's safe to say he's one of the worst fathers in horror history. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.